Hey everybody, welcome to our new lifetime. This is Wake Up and Makeup, and we do it every day, Monday through Friday, 9:30. And so this is a great opportunity to learn about Luminous, hear all about it, know what it is, know how to use it, what to do with it, and more, because we go from start to finish on everything makeup. So it'll be going over the kit, how to airbrush, how to do it, but again, start to finish. Hey, Candy. Hey, Jackie. Good to see Jacqueline. Good to see you. I don't know what I have to say. I'm like, hello, Candy and Jacqueline. Hello, everybody. Welcome. All right. So we are going to get started. So we are on Facebook as well for this hour. And so we are going to go over the basics and more. So let's go over real quick our starter kit. Love to talk about that because of what you get, what you get in your kit. When there's people, I know that there's people interested in Luminous who want to hear more about it or want to know what they're getting. And so here is our icon. This is the icon system. And then all of our systems come with makeup. So regardless of what you're getting, it does come with makeup, and we give you the 2 large bottles of foundation. And you might say, well, why do I need 2 large bottles? Well, this is the first time you're using the kit. This is your practice kit. So we want you to use it. And so get in there and start using it. At first, you might use more than needed, but that's the whole joy of doing the airbrush and learning. And that's why we do give you the 2 large bottles. And the bottles are going to be similar in color. And so that way you can color match 365 days a year. You can have that perfect shade match all year round. Then we give you a bottle of Love and a bottle of blush, and we're going to go over that. So our blush is high pigmented. It does bloom, so it does come out a bit. And then the Love is a very subtle illuminator. It is going to give you that nice little lit from within, healthy glow look. And when you start, these are the things that we want you to do right here. Get it out, get it plugged in, turn it on. When you turn it on, there's air that comes out. You're going to move that air around your face, feeling the air. Wherever you feel the air is where the makeup's going to go. And then start pulling back on the trigger. You want to pull back super light. First, put water in here, then start pulling lightly on the trigger so you can find that sweet spot on pulling back on the trigger. Another great idea is take a paper towel, Kleenex, whatever, and piece of paper, and start doing these things on a piece of paper, because that's going to, that contrast from the foundation to the paper will really show you what you're doing and what you need to work on. So are you too close? Are you pulling back too hard? Those things are great to practice on a piece of paper. So, all right. Hey, Dova, good morning. All right, so I want to go ahead and get started. I am going to use our Click and Play eyeshadows. And then I also noticed driving in to work that my eyebrows are jacked up, so I want to fix those as well. So I'm missing like a little bit of some fill in there. So I'm taking the root and brow, and I'm just going to go in and fill that in, maybe deepen this a little bit more, make it look a little more uniform. The thicker brows are in now, so I've been doing the thicker brows. And then had a little gap right here. And these are great. Like that gap reminded me, I have a lot of friends that have like maybe a scar where the hair doesn't grow on the eyebrow. And you can just use the dual eyebrow pencil to fill that in. And then you can obviously take the brush the hair up and into place. It's going to hold that hair, give you more like hair-like strokes to look, a little bit real, to look better. And I'm going to take a little brush right here and just kind of brush that in too. So there, feel better about the brows. All right. So now what we can do is, I already have a little bit of foundation on my lid. And so, because my lids are darker than normal, I have to put a little bit of concealer or foundation. I'm now using the Click and Play primer. And I'm going to go in there and just pat that on. You can use a brush, or sure, use a brush. Sometimes I find like just using your finger and kind of boop, 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 going in there and somebody call me. All right, and just patting that out, sometimes easier. And what I like about this primer is it grabs. It's going to grab the eyeshadow. It's going to stay. It has that staying power. You don't need to powder after this primer. You're going to go straight into eyes. So I think I'm going to use, let's use these two. I'm going to use Ginger. I'm going to open these so you can see them. Ginger and Cave. Whoops. Right there. So first I will go in and with a blending brush that I'm looking for at this moment. Where's my other one? There it is. Okay. So with Cave, which is this color right here. So did everybody have fun this weekend? I'm going to blend this kind of on the lid lower crease. But I will be going to the upper crease as well. Did anybody do a new airbrush look or a new makeup look this weekend? And I do want this blended up a little bit because when I go in to put Cave on, I'm going to use that on the outside crease and blend it in, but I want this one to show as well. Candy, what'd you do that was new? And now I'm going to take a smaller blending brush, which you can tell like this one's a little bit larger. Smaller one. Now I'm going in with Cave. And I'm going to stick to just that outside corner just to deepen that a little. Blending that a little bit in. And then, of course, depending on how intense you want it, you can keep going back and forth to add, to make it a little smokier or a little more dramatic. Or I can go in, I'm going back to the ginger, the lighter color, making sure that that's prominent where it softens it a little bit more. Remember, it's always easier to add than to take away. So always start with a light hand and then you can go back and keep adding more. But just like everything luminesce, it's high pigmented. So you want to start with a light hand. Mix eraser with the foundation. Very good. All right, taking just a little eyeshadow brush, I'm going in with Halo. And I'm going to do a little bit of light right there, right on that inside corner. Right there. Just to brighten up the eyes a little bit. And eyes are done. Now, if I wanted to still go in, taking that same flat eyeshadow brush, but I dusted it off, I can use Cave to go in and do a little bit of lining here. And I picked Cave because it was right here. It's the one on the outside corner. And so I can go in and do it this way. to kind of complete the smokiness or complete that look. All right. So now I'm just going to take a fluffy brush. I'm just going to dust underneath to make sure there's no fallout. And then I can move to airbrushing. Now, I do eyes first sometimes, because if you're doing traditional eyeshadow, if you have any fallout, I can correct anything before I put my foundation on. Since airbrush makeup lasts for so long and doesn't move and doesn't, transfer, it's easier to clean up everything here before adding the airbrush. So that's up to you. Some people like it. Some people like it the other way. Again, great thing about Luminous is there's so many different options. So now I'm adding translucent powder to keep me looking matte. And yes, I'm powdering first. So I just added a little bit of translucent powder under my eyes, nose, this area, a little bit there. And what that does, it actually makes it more of a kind of a done look, or more of a polished look. I think more of a done look is the best way to describe it. But I hope y'all know what I mean by that. So sticking with, good morning, Morella. How are you? Riverside, California. Hello, hello. All right. Hey, Charm, nice to see you. So I am going to go in and just like Candy said and Jacqueline said, I'm going to add some eraser to my foundation. I am going to put some eraser on first. I'll put a couple of drops right in there. And I'm going to use that underneath my eyes. Now, see, my eyes are already done. I don't have to worry about anything getting on my eyes because the stylus is very precise, okay? I start my movements and then I pull back on my trigger. As soon as I feel it, I start moving down. So you can already tell how highlighted that is. And I'll make one other pass to really highlight underneath there. I really like airbrushing under there because it doesn't enhance my wrinkles and crinkles, but it doesn't enhance them because of the fact I'm barely putting makeup there, okay? And as soon as you are putting makeup there, you're moving it. Like you want to move it as soon as possible. Now I have a few more drops of eraser in there and I'm going to go ahead and add my drops of foundation. Muzi, how are you? Muzi, we do have color effects. Go to luminouncecosmetics.com. Their color effects are on there. In fact, I believe this Tuesday, I'm going to start doing makeup looks. Halloween makeup looks at 4 o'clock. So you'll see them on Facebook. All right, so I just mixed my eraser in with my foundation, starting at one area, keeping it 4 finger widths away. I'm going to put this back up real quick. Where to go? So you see what I'm doing. Hey, Linda. So I keep it 4 finger widths away. I keep it moving, barely pulling back on that trigger. You will be able to hear it, feel it, all of that. And so when you're practicing this movement like this, I'm telling you guys, like to practice just with the air and practice with water. That's because that gets you ready for this. Because this movement, this pulling back of the trigger, the keeping it 4 finger widths away will become second nature for you. And you won't even have to think about it. And so it doesn't matter what's in your stylus, you'll be able to do it the right way because you've got that movement down. Yeah, Muzette, I love your app. I love that. All right, so there's my finished foundation look. Everything is looking amazing. I still use the eraser to highlight and to cover underneath my eyes, and then mixed a little, or when I still had eraser in there, I mixed the foundation in there and used it for coverage as well. Now I can go to, what do I want to do now? Like, let's go ahead and I'm going to go to the Cut 1 palette, and I'm going to do some contouring with the, let me take this off, with, the Cut 1 palette. So with the Cut 1 palette, you see several different colors. I like to just do this, boop, 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 and do all of them. I like a multi colored bronzer / contour palette because it's not going to be too orange, it's not going to be too whatever, and it gives me a full range. Brenda on Facebook is asking how much. So Brenda, go to luminesscosmetics.com and go under Everyday Systems, and you'll see different options. We have something for everybody's price point, meaning you can make payments, you can pay it right out. So we do have different options. And so make sure when you purchase it that you're going to come back and watch to see how to do it. There is a little bit of a learning curve because it's airbrush. It's something different than you've been doing up until this point. And so we want to make sure that you do have all the information and everything you need. It's super easy. You'll get it in no time, but you'll probably be kicking yourself and thinking, why did I do this earlier? Because I guarantee you, if I wish I had this as a high schooler, because my life would be so much easier. If I got a breakout, it wouldn't be any big deal because I could just airbrush it off. So yeah, and Brenda, we also, and guys, just so you know, on our Facebook, you can also, and I'm using Charming Blush, by the way, just to add a little bit of pink, a little bit of color. On Facebook, if you look on our Facebook page under appointments, you can schedule an appointment. There's some times you can schedule an appointment, and it's for newbies. So it's for people who need help color matching or help getting started. So it's for those newbies. So we can make sure that you understand what's going on and how to use it, because we want you to love it just as much as we love it. All right. Yay. I am good. I'm good. My niece is getting married this weekend, and I am so excited for her. So it's going to be a fun weekend for me. My daughter is the one of the flower girls with her cousin, and it's going to be, I'll of course have photos. All right, just lining the lips. This is Dusty Rose. I am not married, Jacqueline, but I'm taking applications. So if you know any single men out there, I am not. I have an adopted daughter, and she is the joy of my life. But yeah, no hubby to talk about. All right, now let's do some. I'm still going to do lips, but I'm going to let that sit. You think I need red, Linda? That's what I was kind of thinking too. I'm grabbing some mascara. Where did my other one go? I know I'm missing it. I know. There it is. Okay. I'm going to curl my lashes right at that. I kind of curl them at the lash line, pull up a little bit, and then curl them again. And now I'm going in and adding some mascara. And I love this brush because it allows you to get the mascara on and then separate and move some lashes around. Get it on the bottom lash. Back and forth, back and forth. And then separate a little bit. Even the, you know how like those ones that have the big brush, every time you get to your nose, like you always end up hitting your nose. So that's why I like that, the little point at the end of it, because you're able to kind of move it around and not mess it, not mess it. And so the other, okay, I have to show y'all something really funny. So I started standing because the stool that I had, every single stool like would squeak, and it bothered me every time I moved around. It would just squeak. So I actually wore some higher heel shoes, and so I'm like standing with my hip out right now, and this one leg, because I had to take my shoes off. This is me with my shoes on. So that gives you an idea of what I'm dealing with right now. All right, so now let's go in. Let's do some bread. Shoot, let's go for it. Oh, you know what I do? We do have in the Cream Confessions, we have I think it's called Blood Moon. Is it the Blood Moon one? There's one that is kind of an orangey red. Maybe it's a liquid. Oh, it is Big Poppy, I think. We'll do Big Poppy. This is Big Poppy. It's a liquid lipstick. And now this foot's falling asleep. Ooh. All right, so I'm gonna have to stand on the other foot, which is fine because now you're looking at my lips. So still used a nude lip liner, and then Big Poppy. I can go in and then use the edge to go right to the edge of the lip liner. I find that doing a lip liner, even when doing red, you don't have to do a red lip liner with red lip. But I find that doing a lip liner helps you when you're trying to get it right to that edge. It's like coloring in the lines, which I've colored a lot this weekend with my daughter. Ooh, I like it. I like it. I love it. I love it. All right, so there's the Big Poppy. So now I'm going to take our Persuasion eyeliner, which the eyes I'm good with. Like I love, and I don't have to wear eyeliner with it. I would be happy with this look, but you know how I always like to take you to that next level or that next. I mean, this is something super easy that can change the look. And so using just the brown right at my lash line, going in and just, I mean, look how something so little can change that look. Just like so. So whether you did black or brown or gray or, whatever that would be, something very, very light can change that look with whatever you're doing. So, all right, guys, there you go. So hey, Amber, good to see you. So guys, just so you know, we have changed our schedule. So starting today, we have Monday through Friday, 9:30 is Wake Up and Makeup with me. And we are doing it from start to finish. So we'll go over, which I think everybody likes that complete look where we're not just doing blah or doing blue or blah, blue, blue, blue. Like it is going to be a complete look for the day. So 9:30 is our Wake Up and Makeup. And then at 1, we will have, and this will be on YouTube, 9:30 will be YouTube and Facebook. And then at 1, we are going to have the tip of the day. So whether it's how to cover dark circles, how to make your lipstick last longer if you're not using the stains, or how to color match, whatever the case may be, we're going to do a tip of the day. It's going to be short, sweet, and to the point. And we'll cover that as well. And so again, if you're new to Luminous, new to airbrushing, need help color matching, we do have one-on-one appointments that you can schedule. Just go to our Facebook page and check out appointments. Now, again, these, thanks, Polly. Again, these are for newbies, people who are first starting out, who need help with either how, the beginnings of airbrushing, how to color match, things like that. So there is a chance that we will do some more advanced ones coming up, but stay tuned for those. All right, guys, great to see you this morning. And hey, love the new schedule, but we'll be talking to you soon. Bye for now.